Yo, yes sir. Round the Way Podcast, checking in your boy Beezy.
You already know it's your boy Murray. We back again. Special guest tonight.
Got a special guest tonight, man. What's up? Introduce yourself, boss.
What's up, y'all? This is your boy Fentz, a.k.a. JC Louis.
Ooh, what's up, Fentz?
Yes, sir. Just out here, man. What's up, fellas? I appreciate y'all having me, man, for sure.
You already know. Long time, man.
Yes, sir.
And it's so crazy, Fentz. I've probably been knowing you for about 10 years now, man. Like, probably our first real conversation we ever had.
Actually, yeah, you're right. You're right. Just sit down and really have a full conversation on the music business and everything else like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you know, it was about that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you guys invited me.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
I'm glad to be in the building.
Thank you for having us. Get you here, man. But quick question though, man. Like, I remember back in the days with Lotto was always talking about you, like, man, Chris finna hook me up, man. That was his name?
Yeah, Chris,
White boy, man. White boy named Chris, man.
Yeah, that was my business partner.
Man, Chris finna hook me up, man. He got a big producer, man, manager SB, man. He got some good stuff, man. We finna be on.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, what they talking about? He like, yo, they talking about a deal. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That had us. We was like,
y'all was an amp, Tom. Yeah.
We just happy because, you know what I mean? Lotto came, the homie came, you know what I mean? He did like 4 years in prison, like came home and got to it, got a deal.
Yeah,
he was moving, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we were moving for a quick little bit, man, you know, but little circumstances happen that, you know, sometimes things, but you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because me and Lotto, no matter what, we never lost touch. We're still here.
Exactly,
we still kept it real with each other because it ain't just about the music.
Yeah.
It never was about that, you know what I'm saying? So, always.
True, I like that.
That's some real shit.
Absolutely. Like I see him and his family, his wife and kids, and he see me and mine, you know. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It was never just strictly about the music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I fell in love with his music when I first met him, his vibe and everything about him. Like, you know, I mean, he's one of those still to me, till this day right now, the one project we got to work on was the Winning Ticket. That is still, with all my successes. Now, you might think I'm talking, but that's still one of my favorite projects that I've produced and worked on. I still vibe out to it in my car. Put it, you know, stream it all the time.
Yeah,
you know,
nice.
Just when I'm just riding solo, even at the crib.
Then you got me feeling guilty.
Nah, I'm telling you.
You got me feel like a boy right now. Like,
listen, man.
When he took it in a minute.
It's one of those, man. It's one of those classic, and I feel like still the world ain't know the whole project. So if we chose to put it out today,
it's still fresh.
Yeah. It's still relevant. True. That's how far ahead he was. True. You know what I'm saying, on this time, and that's facts, bro. So. You never know, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes God changes directions and courses, but we still come find ourselves right where we're supposed to be. So you never know what may come even from after this meeting. So after this interview right here, because I'm still, Lotto know I'm still here.
So Fentz, what's up, man? Let's get into this now, Fentz. What made you get into the music? Know what I mean? Like, what was it that first? Tell me about Fentz. Where's Fentz from? How Fentz came about?
Oh man, it's I hope you guys got some time because it's a long story.
We got time, man.
All right, so. When it comes to music, man, I can remember myself like as a young jit in Haiti, you know what I'm saying, 7, 8, 9 years old, listening to the Haitian music and stuff like that, but always was like making my own version of them, like the production aspect of them, right? And at that time, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm a kid, but the music was always in my soul. So coming to New York at, 10, 11 years old and watching all these, I wasn't able to go outside back then. My dad was really, really one of those strict island dads and shit. And he wouldn't let me go outside, but I'm watching all these kids break dancing outside and having a ball. And I lost it with hip hop. Like that kind of consumed me. And watching all these kids outside just break dancing and having a ball and everything like that. So I wanted to try to do what they were doing. And, since you're young, you come to a new country and you watching everybody just, vibing and doing a thing, it kind of like, that kind of became my thing. I started trying to be cool, young 10, 11 years old, trying to be cool with hip hop music. And then when I came down to Miami, I'm going to school from junior high school, people play sports, other people like into art, other people I was always into music. Like, so whenever there was any chance to do a talent show, I'm talking from junior high school, or whether it was time to do I was always one in the lunchroom, in the break room, on the table. Beatboxing, making music, and everybody like circling around us, and that was the thing to do. That was a cool thing to do back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about late 80s, early 90s. So
I was just gonna ask you that. What year was it that you came from Haiti to New York?
I came from Haiti in 82 to New York. Yeah.
And where in New York did you go?
I was upstate Rockland. I stayed in Rockland. Shout out to my people in Nyack. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So I was like, going to school over there, having a ball over there. Then came down actually to visit my mom in '86. And when I came down, seeing my mom for the first time, I come from New York in a cold, hard, brisk winter, like cold, brisk. You know what I'm saying? Like. And come down to Miami. My flight landed at night. Yeah. I came down here around 11, 12. They came pick me up from the airport. So we came straight to the house, to my aunt's crib. And then the next day, my cousins all waking me up. Yo, that's our cousin from New York, man. Yo, wake up. We're going to the beach.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all going where?
To the beach.
We're going to the beach, man. I'm like, let's go. I'm like, it didn't make no sense because I just came from New York, cold weather. Yeah. And I couldn't even fathom that. And then once I saw that, they took me to the beach. And I'm hanging out with all my mom's families and stuff, cousins, sisters, all of them. They showed me so much love, like embracing me. I called my dad the same day. I'm like, man, send my bags. Send my bags. I'm not coming. He's like, what you mean? I'm like, man, I'm never coming back. Yeah. I'm in paradise over here, man. It's crazy. So he was like, you don't want to come back? I'm like, nah, Miami is the shit. So I ended up staying here. And then, going to high school, I met one of my, longtime friend that became my business partner. His name was Otis, who became Chapter, the main light-skinned kid from Iconz. We met at 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? And, playing around in the schoolyard at Horace Mann, actually. I was like 8th grade and, we vibing, chilling. We became long time friends and then became business partners later when we decided to really turn it into a business. So we had a group called Private Property we formed, in our early years, me trying to rap and
So you did try to rap before?
Oh yeah. I tried to rap. I thought I could have sworn I was gonna be a rapper.
Around what time? What year that was?
So you talking about? Chap and I started. We were rapping from 88, 89, 90, 87, 88, 89, all those years, all the 80 years, right?
Okay, yeah.
So you talking about the late 80s? You got especially
KRS-One.
Not even KRS-One. Before I fell in love with KRS-One, it was the what you call it crew, man? Bismarck Key with Big Daddy Kane. And those guys there, they had what was the name of the crew? Damn, I can't think of them right now. But I was like in love with hip hop with Chap, man. We stay all night, you know what I'm saying? His brother Omar had a turntable, called himself DJing, so he had a bunch of vinyls in his room. So we'll spend all weekends just listening to music with him. He introducing all these artists, and I fell in love. So LL, you gotta imagine LL with the I'm Bad. Like, I'm talking about those days when hip hop was what it was, and you know what I'm saying. So it was like all in my veins, man. And every weekend we hanging out all night at my man Chap's crib with his brother, spinning those records, letting us hear the Vapors with Bismarck Key and, you know what I'm saying, those kind of records. Those the Juice Crew. That's what it was. The Juice Crew. Yeah. I couldn't think of them for a minute. Yeah,
but we some young niggas, man. We don't know.
Y'all ain't know nothing about that. Y'all later on with fucking YMC. Y'all with YMCMB and shit.
Especially that grasshopper.
Y'all over there. Yeah. But the Juice Crew with Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying, Marley Marl. With those guys there, I fell in love with Big Daddy Kane. When I first heard Ain't No Half Steppin', that was it.
Yeah,
that was like, okay, I want to be that guy. You know, this cool dude. I'm in, coming into high school, like 9th grade, whatever. Homie with his high top fade all the way up like that. Just, he was that, you know what I'm saying? The ladies, man, getting all the girls. So we want to be like that, you know what I'm saying? So Big Daddy Kane was my idol for a minute, man. And I even started writing like him, but still I kill and chill and still. I used to try to rap like. I still remember that rap. Damn, I can't believe it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's real.
But and I try to write those kind of the way he used to write and that, and it was like the greatest time, man, of hip hop, bro, because there was so many variety. When you talk about KRS-One, you know what I'm saying, with you had Poor Righteous Teachers, you know what I'm saying. So you had people. What I love about hip hop then,
everybody was different.
That's the issue I have with hip hop now.
Yeah, man,
where everything hip hop right now is murder, kill, sell drugs.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that because there's some really hot records out there. But back in the days, there was so many different varieties. You might have some, people that's a Black Power. You got the other educational type of stuff. You had Rakim that's spitting.
Tribe Called Quest will be on something different.
That's having the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So
True.
And then you could go to the West Coast with the NWO, like late 80s. They came with gangsters. So if you wanted to listen to a plethora of music, you could back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what hip hop is missing, like a little bit of variety.
I gotta ask you a question. Well, you being a mogul, like a music executive, you know what I mean, and being a manager for so much music, rappers and different kind of music artists, like female artists, why do you feel like it's so different nowadays and so like copycat and not so original as it used to be?
Well, here's the thing, man. Almost everything, it's almost like sports to me, right? It's a copycat league. Whoever winning the championship right now, all the other GMs and coaches trying to see like how could they emulate that
team.
You know what I'm saying? So they could kind of win too.
True, okay.
So at the end of the day, you got this because you counting on the fans. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop music, it's a crapshoot. You can never know what record's gonna work. Because sometimes there'll be some records I'm like, oh, this shit right here gonna be crazy, right? And then they don't do shit. And then there'll be some other records that you're like, what the how that shit made it to radio? And it's a hot out here.
True.
So sometimes it's all about energy. And I tell people this all the time. Every song has its audience. You just gotta find it. Sometimes people are playing, you got a hot record, but you're playing for the wrong audience. It's almost like if y'all heard about the story of Lady Gaga, right? Shorty was signed to Def Jam for a few years, right? Imagine Lady Gaga, dog, who ended up making like a mega star.
Was on
signed to Def Jam for a few years, sitting. Nobody knew what to do with her.
They couldn't shop her.
They were about to drop her until Iconz was like, yo, what y'all doing with Shorty right there? Man, I don't know, do something. You want her? It was that simple. And he took her and brought her to the right team in the right, you know what I'm saying, arena. Now all of a sudden, Lady Gaga is multi-million, billion-dollar, female, but she was sitting for a while doing nothing.
True.
So to me, like how they say that sometimes you just got to put the right seed in the right soil. It's very true. I'm a true believer in that because you can have somebody just around the wrong producers, the wrong team, the wrong camp, just not clicking in the right way, and nothing pops out of it. And just you make just a quick little switch from here to there, and all of a sudden you see it.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted to say. You think like in the industry, like people that's in these offices and stuff like that, do you think like some of them like really don't understand hip hop and got the love for hip hop, and some of them probably in that position because they knew a person, or you get what I'm saying, like that. Question. Like you got some nerd. You got a nerd trying to tell somebody about something that they really don't know about, but this person really know more about it. But just because they're in a higher position, you get what I'm saying. They'll have them in miracles.
Now, see, here's the thing, man. Like a quick answer to that is, yes, there's some truth to that. The thing is, you got to imagine, hip hop music is still a business. So we do it for the fun of it. Like we'll do it for free. Yeah. Because we've been doing it all our life. We just want to express ourselves, right? But when it gets to the side of those buildings in New York, it's a business.
Strategic, yeah.
It's now become a business. It's almost like a stock market. It's almost like the real estate. It's a business. Yeah. So you get these people who understands, and you got these A&Rs, like, you know what I'm saying, just like checking or doing the check marks, right? Yeah. But that's why sometimes they hire some of the cool guy that's in their city. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some street dude who have a little bit of know-how, who got a little bit of connection.
Got you, yeah.
To try to get an artist. Yeah. But nowadays, though, truthfully, even them don't know what they're doing. Yeah. No, real talk. Because it's like only a few. I'm not going to say all of them, but there's a few guys out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to name names because I don't want to like, damn, why you name me? Yeah. But there's a few A&Rs that I know that I know for real that I give a lot of respect to. That's really about the art. You know what I'm saying? Like they look to try to find the next new thing that it could break. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of the other guys, which I understand. I can't blame them too much because at the end of the day, it's about the balance sheet for the bosses. Yeah. They're looking like at the end of the year, we made this last year, and the end of this fiscal year, what did we make this year? And it's either we took a loss or we made this advance into it. Because they got to continue paying for those tall buildings that they're working out of. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a business for them. So them dudes too, they just try to figure out, okay, let's see
Next hot
what
thing
else.
or the
What
next
else
best
is
thing.
hot in whatever city that somebody told me like that's what's going on. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's why I used to give props to my. I gotta give it to him and Mike Karen. That white boy over there, he was at Atlantic for a while and started on Sony ATV. I always say that he was one of the last A&Rs that's living. You know what I'm saying? Because he really, from signing TIs and the Pliers and the Kims and at Atlantic, he made those guys. He made Atlantic a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
And but Michael come down to Miami and spend a whole day in the studio with us, like with me and Gorilla Tech. Shout out to my man Gorilla Tech, drum majors. You know how we do it. So he'll come in the studio from 9, 10 in the morning and like play me everything y'all got. When I'm telling you, play me everything y'all got, everything y'all got. I want to hear everything. And we might play him, because we don't see him for months at a time. So we might just get in the studio and we play him like thousands of songs to the point where we tired. You know what I'm saying? They're just playing shit. We forget some of the things that we had in the archive for like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
But we'll play him everything, and then he'll be like, okay, he'll make his notes, and okay, give me this one, give me that one, give me this one, that one, or that one, and this one. He'll pick certain joints. Then we'll bring writers to write to him on the beat. He might like the hook, and might like this half of the hook. Then he'll go to another writer in Philly or in New York or in LA.
Yeah,
he really will come through and A&R a full record.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I always say like he's one of the last guys. And Mike, he never cared. He'll go into this is like, if you see Mike, you be like, damn, nah, no way. Because he's like, I'll say Mike might be like 5'6", 5'7". You know what I'm saying? White boy, very unassuming, but he's all about his business. Yeah. And he'll go into the neck of the woods of the hood to find that talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he was about that life for real. So a lot of these A&Rs, they're not taking those kind of chances.
Yeah.
They just want to go with whatever seems to be popping those microwave record right now. Hey man, I got to keep my job, which I understand, fellas. I'm not mad at y'all because you got to earn a living, but sometimes too, it takes time to like it's a lost art right now to me. The art of A&R, and where
I was just gonna ask you. So now I gotta cut you off because I want to ask you the idea. I've been want to cut you off and ask you, what's the difference now from an A&R you would say 25 years ago to an A&R today?
It's exactly that. Where A&R today they just strictly worrying about their bottom line, and they just trying to figure out. They just on Instagram all day. Yeah. They're on YouTube all day. They're on Spotify all day trying to see what's the next little hype. So around the US.
So a good A&R to you is like an A&R that would basically develop an artist.
Yeah, back in the days, but the developing part of like it's a lost art, man. There's no such thing anymore. I find like in the major labels, they really not cultivating and growing an artist. Back in the days, a label would literally straight up
They'll groom you.
They'll sign an artist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they see a talented artist. They see got the look, the swag, the vibe. Everything is right. Maybe the artist don't have that hit record yet. They'll sign that artist and like, okay, we see it. Let's go ahead and cultivate. Let's get them with the right writers. Yeah. Let's get them with the right da-da-da. Let's get them with the stylists. Let's get them with the right producers to create that sound. Nowadays, it's like you gotta come almost like mini label ready,
already ready
to go, already doing your thing. Then they'll sign in everybody. Like you see how. Notice the last couple of years, guys, even from down here, was that kid Mooski? Right?
Yeah. It sound like the label's getting lazy now.
Nah, they gotten very lazy. But it's not just. I don't think it's by happenstance. I just think they don't know what the they're doing. Honestly, I don't think for the most part the labels know how to pick it anymore.
Okay,
I think a lot of people in position that just don't know the game.
Yeah, no, that's why that's exactly.
But I wouldn't say that about Mooski. You said about Mooski. No, Mooski actually got signed by some young that was actually in the streets.
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is they got a little hype going, right? Just exactly that, and then the labels come running. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, let's sign this. For however amount, whatever, but they not really.
He got a crazy deal.
But they not taking Mooski before that song and say, "Yo, that kid got a look, he got a vibe, and he got a little sound to him."
Yeah, let's take him,
let's work him, and then find that record for him. Yeah, they ain't doing that. They make sure that record's popping first, and then all of a sudden,
come holler. Yeah,
and they doing that with everybody. Like the latest chick I heard now is that got signed out of Florida. what's her name? Y'all heard about that girl? What's her name? Iconz. Y'all heard of her?
Iconz signed?
She got that song.
I know that is out there.
Okay, so I just got a call last week that shorty just got signed. She got a song. My ex. You can keep that. Have you heard that record?
Who signed her?
I don't remember. I don't want to lie to her. But one of my counterparts in New York called me and like, yo, Fentz, how you let shorty get from Miami, man? Like from under your nose, like she got signed, right? I'm like, word? He like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I tried to get you to what shorty like about, but he did though. He tried to call me to let me hear her about 3-4 months ago. I was I was out of pocket. I couldn't take the meeting and that, but now he called me to actually let me know. See, I told you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So yeah, so I was just told shorty just got on. But it's exactly that. You get a record that's popping, then they come running.
Yeah.
But they don't believe in cultivating and trying to build you.
Yeah, trying to build you up. Yeah.
Hold on, Fentz. We just skipped a whole bunch, man, because you still got to tell me how Iconz came about, man.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, we did skip a little bit.
We good.
All right, so
about, man, because I was in 8th grade, man. I think that's like 99.
Damn.
I think 90. Yeah, I'm a jit them time. 98, 99, man.
Yeah, what that?
Up.
Yeah, no. So
What year was that?
Okay, so it was the record actually came out officially 2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
2001. It came out in February 9th, 2001. So the story behind that record is all right. So it was Gorilla Tech, Track 5-3 Chapter, who was my partner from high school.
That Gorilla Tech was it? Part of Iconz?
Yeah. Gorilla Tech was part of Drum Majors. So here's what we did in 1996, 97. You know, fresh out of high school, we young. You know what I'm saying? Dumb, don't know what the hell we doing, but we were being managed by this gentleman named Dakari. In the back of his house, he had a little studio in the back of his house. So he signed Gorilla Tech and Track as the producers. Me, Chap, and Shay were the artists. Rappers, right? So we out here trying to, sign to the same guy, but he really wasn't doing much, but he taught us a lot though. Just by watching him. You know, he did what he could because he didn't have much money, but he gave us a place to come in and record out, and I will never forget him for that because as young dudes, we was able to stay off the streets by every day after school. That's all we wanted to do, man. I dropped my bag from school 2:30. I could leave 2:30. Drop my bag 3 o'clock. Go straight to the studio. Not even doing my homework. I moved straight to the studio till 2 a.m. And to the point where he used to be like, "Damn, the buses ain't running now." So at times he used to be like, "I got to take you home, Fentz, man, boss. Come on, man." Like, because dude, Dread be like, "Man, come on, boss, man. Like, you got to leave here earlier, man, because I walked to the studio." You know what I'm saying? Because we had no money at the time. I didn't even have $1 to take the bus to go to the studio. I'm talking about we dirt poor. So, but he had to take me home like 2 o'clock in the morning because we've been vibing too long. Me, Track Tech, we in the studio vibing. And but after a while, things kind of ran its course and we kind of split our ways. But then we realized, it's 1995. We saving our little money, trying to go to little studios to do records and stuff like that. And we're like, we could do this ourselves. Why not just... We're the rappers, you're the production team, we'll just build ourselves. And we built a crew called The Committee. And then we started...
The Committee.
Yeah, we started producing for other people, along with producing for ourselves. And then we started signing a couple of different acts, R&B artists, like a bunch of artists, man. We used to have signed to us back in the days. I'm talking about young days, man, young dudes, like 20, 21 years old or whatever. And then... What started happening, I started watching a trend from the late 90s where you had Cash Money was popping, No Limit was just on their way out, but they were still popping. Bad Boy was the hottest, that hottest grease, bro, like the hottest, company and team smoking. Rough Riders, and even with Dragon and DMX, it was a click type of thing.
Yeah.
So when when Baby got his 20 million.
No, 30 M's.
30 million.
30 M's, I'm
Universal.
sorry. We Wendy Day from We Wendy Day. Man, I researched every day. I mean, you gotta imagine, we didn't have smartphones then. You gotta look through the yellow pages and try to.
that's books.
So I'm trying to find this dude who signed Cash Money. And I found out his name was Dino DeValier from Universal. I researched that dude. I tried everything I could to find that guy.
That's wicked.
I finally, I gotta give shout out because this young lady, her name was Sabrina Stowe, man. She basically took my hand in New York, brought me to every single label in New York, man. Like, name the label, I met with them. The executives.
Tommy Boy.
I met with them. But all the way to Storm Entertainment, I'm from the big ones to the little ones. She had me meeting with everyone because I think she used to do something like PR for a magazine or something like that. And I think, if my memory served me well, and she just had connection with everyone. And she sat me down with everybody, even introduced me to my good friend, Jimmy Henchman. Shout out to Jimmy, man. Hold your head up. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, where you at, y'all know what it is. But I'm thinking of you, by the way, homie. So she had me I met with everybody in New York, man. And then she brought me to Dino. I said, I gotta meet this guy. So here I am, a young dude, you know, coming in arrogant as hell, like, swear I know what I'm doing. And I came with my packages with all the artists I had signed, a couple of girl R&B artists at the time. And I'm sitting at big table at Universal, and Dino was like, okay, young man, what's up? What you got? So I told him, like, look, Dino, I heard you signed Cash Money for 30 M's. And I'm trying to get, I need to try to get a deal with you. I sought you out. You're the one I want to try to get with. I love what you did, but all I want is 10 million. He was like, damn, 10 million? He's like, yeah, I need 10 million. Then he looking at me like, this young little cocky muff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he liked how I was coming though. I was like, you know, when you don't know, you don't know. I'm in the, you know, big ass conference room in Universal, like I own the building, talking mad shit, arrogant as you know what I'm saying? Because I believed in my music at the time. I always thought, you know, drum majors was the shit. So he's like, yo, what are you sold? I'm like, nothing. So he like, wait, you out here talking all this shit, you ain't sell nothing? I'm like, nah, I ain't sell nothing, but I got artists, I'm producing a lot of back then at the time. Trick Daddy was really starting to pop off pretty good. So, you know, I never told too many people this, but Trick Daddy to me, you know, not just jump off the subject, but he's like one of the realest artists in Miami to me. Like he never knew like how much he did for me.
Yeah.
Because that guy there, we met him when he wasn't nothing, right? And we were just nothing. We just trying to eat, trying to figure it out. Ted had just signed him over to Slip and Slide, and we started working with him from the first Based on a True Story album. The first album, we never stopped. Every single album Trick does,
You gotta work with him.
he always call us, even when he's almost done. He'd be like, hey, man, don't say I ain't tell you, bro. Man, I'm about to rap the album. You better get on. Like he always stayed true.
No, Trick a real nigga. Man.
Even when he was multi-platinum selling, I mean, at his height, he's still like, hey man, I'm about to, Drum Majors, man.
Drum Majors was always
yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So he always allowed us a chance to get on his album. From the first one, Based on a True Story, the first record we did, I think, was You a Hoe But You Can't Help It, because you don't know.
Yep.
That was the first
You
record.
a hoe, but you can't.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn, that was y'all?
That was us. That was us with T-Double. Yeah, so, you know, that was our first, you know, record we did with homie. And since then, after that, Nan took off for the next album after that. And then since then, you know, we was producing everything that, you know, on all his albums. So, you know, from, you know, Children, Hold On to Your Dream, like all those saying, I'll be your thug for life. That was all us. You know what I'm saying? Drum Majors was like, you know, everywhere with you.
Drum Majors. 8 Ball and MJG too.
Yeah, 8 Ball and MJG, like all that. Yeah,
boy. Look, these all records right here you been doing with Trick before y'all had Get Up.
Yeah, we was doing a couple of joints with Trick before Get Yeah.
So y'all was moving, man.
Yeah, now so that's what I'm saying. So we started, you know, eating with Drum Majors first. I started Drum Majors early, producing everybody. Trick took off, took that little success, and I started producing. You know, we running everywhere. I'm going to New York, trying to get on Bad Boy for a while. I'm producing, just trying to get on everybody, you know what I'm saying? And then we took that success with Drum Majors, and then right then it was not enough for us because the production company was good, you know what I'm saying? But I'm watching. Remember, I was always into music, trying to rap, and always wanted to be a label exec. So watching all these clicks popping off, I'm like, okay. I went to Dino, and then homie was like, okay, here's what it is, young man. Sell 10,000 copies of your own, then I give you 10 million. Like I'm like, for real? He made me a gentleman bet. deal. We shook hands on it. Like, all right, I'll be back. I came down to Miami. I'm like, fellas, I got a deal with Universal, but it's not in writing. But I take my man word for it. And I'm like, okay. So they were like, okay, what you got? I'm like, okay. My dude was like, he'll give me 10 M's, but we got to sell 10,000 copies of our own records. Because that's what Cash Money did. They sold their own shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, so now we sat down, try to think of, okay, if we're going to do this, how we going to do it? We need to put up a click. We literally sitting down on the table, man, like this, formulating a plan. It was me, Chap, Shay, Track, Tech. All us 5, the committee, we're like, okay, we got to come up with a click because that's what's popping right now. We need like a Rough Rider. You know what I'm saying? We need a Bad Boy. We need a, you know what I'm saying?
We need a crew.
So then we try to start thinking of the names to come up with a click. And then we threw up a whole bunch of bullshit name. And then Chap came up with Iconz. Because he was like, Iconz. As soon as he said it, it was like, that's it.
Stuck.
Because that's the best. To be an icon, Janet Jackson's an icon, Prince is an icon. To be an icon, you got to be the best of your best of the best. That's who we are. That's what it is. And it just stuck. You could see all of us felt like celebrating that day. It was like, yo, Icons, man, that's a dope ass brand.
That's a great name, because guess what, man? I probably can't even tell you how none of the Icons look right now, but the name
you know
Icons,
you remember that name.
Yeah, right.
I would never forget
you know
Icons.
What? It is very true, man. So that's really true. You know what I'm saying? You can see them on the street right now, you wouldn't even know.
But Icons,
that's that. Yeah.
Fentz, who was that girl? Who was the girl on the track?
Star. Her name was Star. All of the guys was, believe it or not, was clients that was coming to the studio, written studio time recording. Luke Duke was one. McCleasy I knew since high school. He used to be like a couple of years under me when I graduated from NMB. Chap was my high school friend, my teenage friend, my teenage years. Star was a client. She was coming to Miami from LA, recording every once in a while, then go back to LA. She come back, but she used to live here, but then she moved to LA, I think for school or something like that. So when she was recording with us, when I did get up, let me come back to the record. So we sat down, came up with the name of a crew. Then it was like, all right, we need to find a crew now. So I started trying to think of, okay, who Chap was already part of me, so he was in. Then I started thinking about who else what we want the group to look like. You know what I'm saying? So we started thinking we need a girl because, Trick Daddy got Trina. They got a girl in that crew with Trey plus 6 and all slip and slide. And then Rough Riders got Eve. You know what I'm saying? Bad Boy got Lil' Kim. All right, we need a girl. So then I called Star. We're like, yo, we need you down here. She was like, what? I'm like, we need you down here. So she was not down with it at first, because she's like, man, I'm doing my thing. I'm in LA doing my thing. But then we started working on, I got Luke Duke. I got Bulldog, who was, another homie of ours. So all of the guys that was just hanging at those, imagine y'all right now, right? We got a studio and all of us was hanging every day.
Yeah,
Fuck
that's
it.
crazy.
I'm doing a group.
Think that.
Oh, y'all in it. You know what I'm saying? It was like that simple. And then, so we started rocking out together. We did Gorilla Tech, we produced the whole album. And even when we produced the whole album, I was calling everybody in Miami to get involved with it. If y'all notice, everything I've ever done, I try to get a whole Miami involved.
Yeah.
Like whoever's doing something at the time, you had Trader Hardaway, you had Piccolo, you had Joe Vicious, who became Dirtbag, you know what I'm saying? You got Black Haze. Everybody at that time who was doing a little something, yo.
What's on Black Haze?
That used to sound like Pop, BZ.
Yeah. They used to call him Tupac a little bit, yeah. So, Black Haze, good too, man. So I kind of try to get everybody involved. Hey, man, I'm working on this project. Come in.
What's on Black Haze? He still around?
Man, I'm sure he's around. I haven't seen my brother in a long time. I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but he's running around. We all had to, real life happen, man. Sometimes after a while, this right here, this game is good, but sometimes you could get real tired and sick of it too. You know what I'm saying? I did after a while, and I'll get to that story with y'all in a minute. But so we got the group then, we got the crew. Then after that, we started producing the album. We produced the whole album. We were actually gonna probably release the Black Haze. Where my thugs right here? Where my thugs right here? We got a record called Where My Thugs Are on the Iconz album. Now nobody probably even heard of it. You didn't listen to the full project. But we was about to make, his song was one of the hottest records, believe it or not, on the project. On the album. And then Griot came in. We let him hear, Griot, who was here just now, we let him hear the album because we're getting ready to release. And he like, man, I don't hear the single. And I'm like, nigga, you don't hear the single. Man, listen to You a Trick. Listen to Where My Thugs. We got 2 singles that's banging. He like, nah, guys, y'all don't understand. That's not what popping right now in the club. That's not what popping right now in the club. I need one more. So he like, for me, I need y'all to do one more song, right? I'm like, one more song? He like, man, I just need y'all to do one more song. But it gotta be on a vibe like this. So he's like, when I'm in the club DJing, there's a time in the club that the club is at its highest, where the energy it's like around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, when everybody liquors in the system, everybody crunk. There's certain songs I gotta play.
Gotta be crunk.
Yeah.
I said, okay, what are the songs? He says, I need something like this. She's a, she got, she's a,
yeah. Okay.
that's
yeah.
Missy.
Damn.
So he like, you see the vibe? I'm like, okay. He like, there's one more song. And I play that song. Every time I play She's a, I gotta play the song. I'm like, what's the song? He like, and they all had that.
That's Cisco. Oh, yeah.
That get,
And then Tech was like, hold on, how that went, Griot? 1 second. He went right in the booth, right then. He did Get Fucked Up in 15 minutes. He like, Griot, what's that vibe? I'm giving y'all the sauce right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Cisco, don't come sue me. I don't owe you. Nah, I'm tripping. But nonetheless, though, that was the idea, kind of like, he was like, there's 2 records in the club I gotta play every night. And when they come on, the club fucking go crazy. And it was fucking She's a bitch and Cisco Thong Thong. That was the same type of cadence. So Tech went in the booth and like, and then he's like, I'm like, Tech, what that is? Hold up. And I'm like, that's it. I ran in the booth, meeting is adjourned. We stopped right there. That's it. Tech was like, you with that? I'm like, this shit crazy. He's like, man, it's simple. I'm like, this shit crazy, bro. Let me get it. He put it to me on a cassette tape. Cassette, without even CD. So we was going to South Beach. As a matter of fact, me and Chap, we heading over to South Beach. And I'm like, yo, we got to think of the dumbest shit to think of, man, for this beat. He like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, we need to think of the dumbest shit, though. We got to have fun with this. It got to be fun. Like, no serious shit. It got to be fun, bro. So he like, what you thinking? I'm like, man, I got an idea. Literally, I'm fucking with him. I'm fucking with Chap, and I'm like, how many in the club tonight? Wanna get up in the club tonight? How many in the club tonight? Wanna get up in the club tonight? Get up, get up, get up.
Damn.
He like, yo, we going back. We going back. You turn, bro. You turn. I'm like, nah, I'm playing with you. He like, nah, you ain't playing, bro. We going back. We going back right now. I'm like, Chap, you. He like, Fentz, let's go. We going back to the stool right now before you forget. I'm like, you for real with it? He like, dog, I'm dead, dog. That shit crazy. Let's go back to the studio. Ran back to the studio right then. I got there, I forgot it. He like, yo. I'm like, how it go? I forgot. I'm like, oh, nah. He like, dog, nah, you was saying something like, get f***ed up. Oh yeah, so he started reminding me. Yeah. Then I went back in the booth. Track was there. We got track. Throw up the beat. And then he like, yo, say what you just said. And I just kept repeating it. As a matter of fact, it's funny. If you guys ever heard to the original, like you go on YouTube right now, if you ever hear the original Get F***ed Up record, listen to the whole song. At the end of the last 20 seconds, when it's fading, you'll hear me, how many niggas in the club tonight want to get f***ed up. It's still there. We never took it off. Just me having fun with it. Still there. Yeah. But they never played that far, so you never get a chance to hear it. But yeah, so it was that. From that, from the time we did it though, we felt like, man, we may have something. It's one of those things that you just feel it. Yep. Like the energy was there. We just feel it. Like we got something. It's stupid enough to work. That it might work, right? So Chap did his verse. Then we trying to find a girl to put on it. I actually went to Slip and Slide to talk to Ted. I'm like, yo, Trina is the biggest girl we got in damn near in the country right now, next to Little Kim. I want to try to get her on the record to try to. I'm like, I got one. But when he heard it, he was like, Nah, you know, he like, nah, first he like, I let her hear it to see what's up. And then a couple of weeks later, I waited. He like, nah, with it. And you know, did I call Star back? I'm like, yo, I need you down in Miami. I need you on this. So that she, you know, flew down, McCleasy and her, and they started putting together the verses. And then we played that record. Man, thank God Griot again. I mean, he saved our life, man, because I gave Griot this record. We first did it. He's the only person that had the CD. Playing in the club at Cristal.
He broke it.
Every time, yeah, he broke that record. People used to walk off the dance floor. You don't understand, because they just, you know, it's new.
Yeah.
So Griot would play, y'all come in too. People walk off every time. To the point where he had a job over there at Brick House in Fort Lauderdale every Wednesday. He was playing the record too, trying to get the people to hear it. The promoter told him literally, you play that record one more time, nigga.
That's it.
One more time. You fired. But we thought, and you know, just threatening him. Dude, the following Wednesday, Griot went to the to his office, to the club. He played Get Up. As soon as he played it, the promoter came through. You done, bro. He like, what? He like, nigga, I told you, come on, Sui. He had Suicide waiting.
Dog.
No, he had another DJ waiting. Nigga, fuck,
Suicide.
nigga, play that song one more time. Get your ass off my set.
I know he felt
Fried Griot. Now, here's my redemption. That same months later, same promoter,
had a book, y'all.
calling me, hey man, how much you charge to book Iconz? Come to the club. I'm like, bro, I know, you know, in business you have no kind of emotions, but ain't no amount of money. You ain't got enough. I swear to God, I told him ain't not enough money to get me to come to your club.
Yeah.
Because if it was up for you, I'd be up straight right now.
Yep.
You literally fired my dude for playing the record too, you know, just playing every now and then, you know, not even too much, just don't play it. Because every time he plays it, people want to go to the bathroom and, you know, trying to, you know, do whatever. The dance floor clear.
Yeah.
And then when he stopped playing it, people come back to the dance floor. That's how much I was thinking that shit was whack. But it was just that weird, it was that weird sound people was not used to.
How long was it before the record took off?
It took a good 8 months.
Okay.
Every night, 9 o'clock, me and my team, we on the street, we in the clubs. I had no money at the time, not even $50 to my name. But I had a group of people that believed in what we were doing, in the direction we were going. Where I'm telling you, where even my wife now, who's my wife now, she was a friend back then, on the street with us every night, 9 o'clock, with sweatpants and sneakers on, and we on the street, picking signs. You know what I'm saying? Iconz, get up, Iconz, get up. People used to think I was crazy. Like, what the you doing? Like, we just on the street. Only one of us could afford to get in the club. 17 of us out here. Y'all create a scene. One of us in the club just trying to.
So what happened
pay the DJ.
after Iconz took off in the 8 months? And I forgot the guy name, the guy Universal.
That's up because
hold on. He said 10,000 records now.
Yeah, but you know what crazy thing is, man?
Yeah.
The hype came so hard. The rush came so hard at me that I didn't even think about Dino at that time, man. Dino was like a forgotten man. I swear to you. That's the worst mistake I made.
So you made a mistake?
Yeah, that's the worst mistake because we had a handshake deal. You know what I'm saying? Gentleman deal. But once the hype was coming 8 months later and Def Jam flying me over here, Atlantic flying me over there.
You forgot.
I'm all over the place. I'm like, Dino, I forgot he was around. I forgot he existed, to be honest with you. That's bad. That's bad.
So
that probably was one of the worst mistakes I made because it's like, I should have went back and said, Dino, I did better than selling 10,000. I got us a hit record. That's crazy right now. I didn't even like address homie, man. That was one of the biggest blunders. And believe it or not, me and Dino have never, I don't think we've ever spoken since then.
Who did y'all end up signing with?
I ended up doing a deal with Electra, with Sylvia Rome.
Electra had Busta Rhymes.
Yeah. So Electra had Busta and Flip Mode in them. The reason why we went with Electra, tell you the truth, is because Busta them had just left. And Sylvia them was on some.
Sylvia Rome?
Yeah, they were on some, hey, we need their replacement. We need a new clique. So Busta had, he had his whole flip mode with, what's her name, right? What was her name? Raw Digger and all them. So and they had just left. I think they had got signed to another label. I don't remember which. And they were like, yo, you guys could be our new flip mode. And I'm like, I'm looking for a home. Because Rough Riders, it was already at Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like Bad Boy Lil Kim was already at Atlantic, so I'm like, I need my own spot where I could be the one and only. And they had Missy over there, so I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it makes good sense. They're doing good business with Timbo and Missy.
Yeah, that was a good sign.
So,
it was a hot record.
Yeah. So we went there and that was all she wrote, man. But when you get signed to a major label, the good and the bad is that you got to do it again.
Yes, you got to keep. That's what I was gonna say.
Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to accomplish. You got to do it again.
Yes, you have to do it again.
Ask you a question, right? This is probably a personal question, but you know me, I got to ask because I thought about it. Like y'all signed to Elektra at the time, so I just seen the other day, Lotto used the song.
Yeah, well, it wasn't Lotto. She got featured on there, but it was.
Okay, I heard it. Okay,
it's Lakia from QC. Yeah. Shout out to QC. Shout out to P and the crew over there.
So do you still get money off of something like that right there?
100%.
Yeah. So you own your masters?
Yeah. We own the master to that record, and our publishing on it. So
you did a good deal.
Yeah. Get really is one of those things where I'm thankful for it because. I mean, even though, man, it's crazy, man, because even though we did some, you know, like I said, I'm not ever going to try to play like I knew what I was doing back then because, you know, you just trying to learn what you knew
just
in
God,
the game.
Man.
Almost like Jay-Z them when they first came out and did Reasonable Doubt. They didn't know what they were doing. And that was one of his best classic albums.
Well, they say there's no blueprint to this.
Yeah, but you just don't know. So it's like you're trying to get people to help you, to teach you, and there's not a lot of people in the industry willing to hold your hand and say, nah, young man, don't do this, do that, don't do this, do that. I thought Ted or Slip and Slide was one. And in hindsight, I was still kind of a little bit of a competition to him. So sometimes, no matter how much somebody want to help you grow, they're never going to want to help you to their fullest because they still got to maintain their position. So,
what's that saying? The one you do good, but not better than them.
Yeah. But that's human nature, though. So I can't blame people too much. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, it's human nature. But if I could do it now, I would do it different.
I argue that that's not human nature, and I argue that now.
Nah, but it is true, man. Because a lot of times,
man, I want to put you on, man. You do better, so I could be like, yo, Fentz, let me come get 15 off of you real fast.
You know, but I know. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Let me get a little 10 pack off you.
No. You might want that if me and you might be doing different type of things. You know what I'm saying? I might be doing this and you doing that, and you want to help me grow in my thing. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Just hold you down on your thing. Sometimes, and competition is good. Me, I love competition. Me, look, listen, I don't perform well in a flat area. Like when everybody's kind of like dead and man, I'm not good at that. I'm a person that's like, yo, man, bring it. Mm-hmm. So when somebody's performing, I never want to let somebody outperform me. Like I have the sportive type of attitude by nature, spirit. Where it's like, even if we're best of friends, even if we're good, if you're doing your thing, I won't hate on you, but I want to, you inspire me to do better. When you hanging around, that's why they say sometimes you show me 5 of your friends and I can show you, there's some truth there a little bit. Yeah. I think we all are like that to some nature. That's true, where it's like whoever you around, that's how you're going to aspire to be like. Mm-hmm. Whoever inspires you, it does that. So I like to be around people who's winning. And I like to be the worst of my crew, to be honest with you, because it inspired me to be better. For real. So it inspires me to be better. So right now, like, if I knew what I know now, absolutely, I would do things different. And then when Elektra came in last minute and offered us a $2 million deal for Iconz, the whole crew, even now, I look at it now, I'm like, damn, you know, I definitely, it's one of those things, you know, sometimes when you look back, you like some mistakes you made and you like, man, sometimes just a moment in time. Mm-hmm. If you could have just did something slightly different, your life would, it's one of those things where it started off with that deal with the Iconz. And because remember, I had like 9 artists.
Hold on, before you go that far now, because I want to ask you now.
Yeah.
We're gonna fast forward now. What's up with you and thing? Didn't you break? How you found Ball Greezy? Did you?
Ball Greezy. So man, it's
how that come?
Yeah, it's a few years later after Iconz. Believe it or not, his sister. Y'all don't believe it. I used to have braids. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm straight bald now, but So I used to have she used to braid my hair, and she was like, yo. Her name was Pumpkin, man. Like, shout out to Pumpkin, yo. Like, she used to braid my hair every weekend, And she like, yo, why don't you sign my brother, man? Like, he's real talented. I'm like, what? She like, yeah, but everybody say that. And I'm like, man, get out of here with that shit. Like, Fentz, I tell you what, let's do a business proposition. If you sign my brother for me and just produce him, I'll do your hair for a year for free.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, for a year? She like, yeah, for a year. A whole year for free. All right, bring him by the studio. Let me see what he looks like. What he's, And then I was working on a Nike commercial at the time. I'm producing a Nike commercial, and then I needed somebody to pen, you know what I'm saying? So since he came to see me, I'm like, yo, I'm doing this Nike commercial. Like, give me a quick 16. And then he like, all right, give me like 15 minutes. He went in the booth, did his thing. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm like, you ready?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Turn on the record, drop him in the booth, and he killed it.
Kill that shit.
I'm like, oh, I got this other joint that I'm doing. Try that. And then he, like, right now? I'm like, yeah, right now. He went in the stew again. Give me 10 minutes. Came back. Here you go. I'm like, oh, hell no. Yo, Shay, go ahead, man. Go ahead, hand him over the contract. Shorty was serious. And then, but at that time, still, I was working on Bloodline.
The movie.
The movie, yeah.
So I didn't really have the time to cultivate and work with him because I was really all about trying to get that out the way. So finally got Bloodline done. And then Southern Boy, who played Coke in Bloodline, he then became my priority because everybody was seeing him on TV and in the movie. So I had to make him my priority. So Ball Greezy still was on the sideline waiting, sitting and waiting. But of course, him and Toro, who was my God bless the dead, my man Toro, who's gone right now, but never forgotten. They were the three trios, man. I was trying to really bring out the new Iconz, if you will. But this time do it different. Because back then, it was more like something I was just trying as a nobody, didn't know nothing. But this time I'm coming back with experience.
More knowledge.
And I wanted to kind of like get the three artists that could really be the pillar of Miami. You know what I'm saying? So I thought Ball Greezy, Toro, and Southern Boy as those three guys, they were gonna really be them dudes. And so we was getting ready to start working and then started focusing on Southern Boy for a while after Bloodline. For whatever reason, Southern Boy did some amazing records, but they could never connect. You know what I'm saying?
I think one of them did connect though.
Yeah, but not to the masses. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll get some kind of, and I don't know if maybe I was marketing him wrong or there was something missing, with the whole thing. Because after a while, it's crazy. Bloodline became a gift and a curse because people started seeing him more as an actor.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this nigga's amazing. He is crazy. Like, he's great. Like, yo, you need to do another. People calling me like, yo, you need to do another film with this dude, man. This nigga's he's official. Yeah. So maybe that can hurt him a little bit. So then he became impatient and certain things happened with us. And then in 2007, and I was like, Grease, you up? You know what I'm saying? It's your turn. You ready? He's like, man, I've been sitting here, man, all this time. I've been ready. We shook hand on it. And I'm like, okay, let's go. I got in the studio, started working. And he coming to me with a bunch of songs and bunch of shit that I'm like, they're good. They're all right. Whatever. And then I'm like, no, we need to try to come up with something for dude. So I came and met up with Tech. And then my business partner, Al, who was outside, he was like, man, y'all ever heard of that song, No Stopping? No Stopping. I'm like, yeah, I go again. And like, it has that sample, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So Tech was like, yo, let me get that. So we went in, sampled it. Tech did the track, and then I was actually about to fly to New York. Puff was flying us up. Half Pierre really at Bad Boy, who was they were working on a couple of projects at Bad Boy. So they flew us up there.
Who up here? The tall, bald head dude, right?
Half Pierre is. He's not that tall, but yeah, he's bald head. No. He's not light skinned. He's like brown skin. Yeah, if you research him, you see Half Pierre. He was like really instrumental. Always a bad boy. Always a bad. Half Pierre. Yeah. So they were working on all the Bad Boy projects. So they were flying us to New York to work with the Bad Boy camp. And then the day before I left, Grease was like, "Yo, Fentz, I need you to hear this. Boy, I need you to hear this." So I went in the studio. he let me hear the song, but I told Tech and them, do not let him hear that beat yet. Because I want to produce it and work it, put it together. So they snuck it to him. He already went and wrote the verse. Gotta get that there, baby. What's your name? All over the thing. I went to the studio. I'm flying to New York the next day. And then he let me hear it. And I'm like, oh man, okay. You cannot record this until I come back. Because I want to be here. I want to see it. I want to put it together. I want to make sure the hook is treated properly. He's like, yeah, I got you. All right, so we flew to New York, working that bad boy for a couple of weeks. I think I spent like maybe 2 weeks over there with them.
Yeah.
Came back down to Miami. Song not only just recorded.
Out.
Called me from the club. Yo, Fentz. Who's this new kid? Is that you? That's your peoples? I'm like, what you talking about, man? Got this record called Stone. Ah, man, with the
I'm
Greezy.
just trying to find me some shit.
Dog, I just came back from New York. I ain't spent that much time out with that. Maybe about 3 weeks or so. And then, yeah, he's in the club. I take one every night, getting the record played every night. Right? And they called me like, yo, he's with you? I'm like, this man already leaked the song. So now it's too late. The only thing, I'm like, the hook, we need a real hook. And me and Greezy, we fought a lot on this because I'm like, yo, Grease, there's something about that, this like on radio, when you gotta do a radio call, right? When they test the record, they play like a good 5 seconds, name the song, name that tune. So a lot of times they do it by playing the hook. That's how they test the record to see how records are testing on radio. I'm like, you don't understand these things, man. Let me try to help you understand how shit work. Your hook gotta be stronger. He's like, man, nah, my shit straight. It's straight the way it is, Fentz, man. How you gonna come fuck it up? I'm like, dude, you gotta be stronger. You need to come back and record and do a real hook instead of just, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, it's not a hook. So me and him fought a lot on that he wouldn't want to do it. So I said, okay, Tech, load up the song for me. So when he says, Greezy trying to find me some song, that piece,
Yeah.
I just told Tech, sample that shit, put it in the hook a couple of times, and that's the hook. So then that's how, because he didn't want to come back and to do a final hook for me. So I'm like, okay, yo, you don't understand how music works. So just chill, do what you do. I'm gonna come and finish the song. So I came and did that. Then we released it again officially. And then Miami took off and that was it. And then right after that, I'm in New York once again talking, I'm taking Greezy to every label with me to Universal, to Def Jam. Shout out to my man Shakir Stewart. God bless the dead.
God bless.
Shakir was gonna change my life, man. Once again, it's almost like sometimes, you know, when you feel snake bitten. I'm in New York with Grease. He got his feet up on these people's desks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shakir was like, nah, this is your house. You with Fentz? That's my peoples. You're good. He brought the whole staff of Def Jam like all around us. You gotta, like one day he's like, I would love for you to feel that feeling too, Lotto, because it's one of those things where it's undescribable. If you imagine on a floor, on the 29th floor in New York at Def Jam, and where you have the whole staff around you, come to greet you, come to listen to your music. There's no better feeling than that when you watching these people's faces and you see them like, oh, this crazy. Like the sense of approval, you know what I'm saying? Like when the marketing team is all here, the whole staff is all here. Like it's one of those moments where, so I'm like, Grease, this is what I do. You know, I'm here bragging and shit. And then, so, homie, like, you know, offered us a deal that I felt was, you know, back then that was a little bit, because I felt like, damn, I'm too deep in. I spent too much money on this project. And I didn't feel like it was quite fair. But looking back at it now, man, it's like, you know, another one of the blunders. You know what I'm saying?
What was the offer? What was the deal they offered you? If you remember?
Of course I remember. I don't want to say the numbers, you know, to be exact, really, honestly, because I truly felt like it was not.
Nah, you gotta give us the game though, Fentz, man. People want to know what the numbers was, man. What was why did you feel in hindsight?
Well,
now?
let me. Okay, so let me tell. Okay, I want to be honest with you guys. And you know, once I put it out there, it's out there. You know what I'm saying? You can't take it back. But all right, so at Def Jam, truthfully, Shakir offered me like $400,000 for the project, and he was like, "Yo, this what it is. Take it or leave it." But at that time, I was already, you know, over $250,000 on Greezy already. So when you start to think about, I spent $250,000, and if you're gonna offer me $400,000, I'm only gonna make 150 grand profit, and at that 150, I gotta then
You still gotta do
Greezy.
more. Yeah, now he signed.
not that.
You wasn't looking at the long run.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So
You wasn't looking at
it's one of those things. Still, no matter, even though as much as I learned and I grew, but I still was green to some degree. Still.
It wasn't about the money. It was about the opportunity.
So truthfully, that's it.
Yeah, it wasn't about the money.
And now, but here's what happened though.
the opportunity.
Here's what happened though. Me and Grease, after around that time, we were not seeing eye to eye.
Yeah.
One of those things. We were really falling apart at the seam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he wasn't with me too much, and I wasn't with him too much because the way he was like not, cooperating to some degree. But to his defense, sometimes
he gonna feel a certain way if he knew he went to Def Jam.
And a deal got turned down.
So
it's just natural.
But he didn't. It was not even about that even, because what happened mostly, Ted, again, Slip and Slide Records, who had a great partnership with Shakir.
Yeah.
Honestly, he got into the middle of that whole situation in some ways that made it to where I couldn't accept the deal.
Because Shakir signed Ross too, man.
Yeah, Shakir signed, and he was saying to me, he was like, Fentz, we got Ross over here already.
Yeah.
If you come over here with Grease, I promise you he'll be like the hottest artist coming out of the South. He'll be out coming out of Miami. And it was great, man. But it's crazy because things got in the way, right? Some things got in the way with me and Ted and Shake. Couple of things was like, nah, man, I couldn't do the deal like that. You know what I'm saying? That, it's really personal, and I wouldn't want to get in, deep into that. But it was one of the main reasons why I didn't do the deal. And then, but months later, when we started going Will Wild and shit, I'm like, you know what? Shake, let's go ahead and do this thing, man. I called him back. I'm like, let's do it. Because Greasy, the hype is dying down a little bit. We still dropped. I think I'm the shit started popping off.
I'm the leader.
Yeah.
So was Shake still open to the
Yeah. He was like, listen, Fentz, I'm glad you finally, I'm glad you finally, what I'm saying, turning around and let's do it. I'm in New York on Friday. Next Wednesday. I say I'll be there next Thursday. So there was a concert that weekend, that Saturday. We all in Tallahassee and vibing. My whole clique was there, man. We deep, like 25 deep. T.I. and Jeezy doing the show in Tallahassee. We backstage. Like the venue is amazing, crazy. The vibe is off the chain. I get a call from my man who was Shakir right hand, and he called me like, yo, Fentz. I'm like, yo, talk to me. What's good? He sounded crazy on the phone. He like, yo, my man, shit crazy. I'm like, yo, talk to me. What's going on? He like, yo, my did it, man. I'm like, he did what? What you talking about? He like, Shakir, man. I'm at his house right now. He killed himself. I felt like my whole life went down the drain with it because I'm coming to New York in 4 or 5 days.
You planning on that. Yeah. That's like,
you know what I'm saying? We had a deal already locked in, and I'm coming to New York in 5 days. I see you on Thursday, dog. And when he told me that, I'm like, damn, it's one of those things. God damn, bro.
And you know what's so crazy right now? You saying that right now, I'm thinking to myself, like, how much more people was probably in that same
with him.
Yeah.
All over the country. Like, damn.
Nah, because Shake was such a great executive. He had an eye for talent. Def Jam was really popping. Remember, he signed Ross. He signed Jeezy. Those two guys were, forget it. So he was like, yo, you come in here, Fentz, you the third, you complete the circle. So I bought into it after a while, and I'm like, all the bad business, I'm gonna go ahead and rock with this dude. I believe in it. I believed in him. And then when that happened, man, till this day, I always wondered, man, like, wow,
I was gonna ask you, but I'm saying though, I thought you was gonna say, but why you think he killed himself?
That's the thing. It's still a mystery, bro. I swear to God, I think about those things every now and then. He comes to my mind, and like, damn, Shake, why did you do that? Like, how could you do that? What could you have done? But sometimes, guys, I can't speak for him, but I went through a tragedy like that in 2019, 18. My cousin, I found him hung. Me and my wife ran to my aunt's crib, and and we had to cut him off. By that time, rigor mortis already set in, and he was stiff as hell. I'm trying to do CPR. That was one of the most tragic things I ever went through. I feel like I still need to see some therapists for that because I literally caught dude who hung himself because he was in so much despair and hurt and, you know what I'm saying, depression that he didn't see no other way but to take his own life. So sometimes you may see people happy and not know what they're going through truthfully inside. That's why I always say, man, like you see people try to be kind, try to be good with them because you never know what people are going through. You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought I talked to this dude a week before we make plans next week, nigga, Thursday, I'm there. You sign my agreement, sign my contract, let's get things popping. And Saturday, you out of there. How? You know what I'm saying? Like how? So, and it kind of like my dreams kind of ran away with it as well. Like, and then I had to start over again. It's almost like the one thing I find myself, I'm hoping and praying that the day that God would give me the opportunity to be a part of greatness and to say like, okay, I've done it. You know, because I'm still chasing that. You know, people think I'm not even chasing the fame of it because I've seen it. I've been there. I've been all around the best of it. I love music. Yeah. Like there's nothing, absolutely nothing that gives me the pleasure when I like pull up at a stop sign or I'm at the Heat game and they to revive the crowd, they play my record. And I remember the day where I was when we were making it, I pull up at the stop sign, somebody playing the lady that, you know, Cash was vibing to was Watch a Real Boogie. Watch a Real Boogie. Yeah. Like, I pull up at the club and they playing the I'll be like, damn. I remember the day I was making it. I remember the day I'm begging Ball Greezy to get on that record. I'm like, yo, man, this is your next single. He like, bullshit, friends. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, you gotta feel me. Like, you only saying that because it's your. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's a record. If you, you know what I'm saying?
That's that.
So, you know, so it's one of those things where every now and then I find a record, I listen to something, I hear it. Then God still give me the ability to hear something. Like we might be listening to the same things, but I hear something different.
So look,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
sorry to cut you off, no offense, but right now though, like in the Miami scene right now, what is it about the Miami scene right now, the music and the rappers that's not? I don't think it's connected right now. Like I
can't get them over the hump.
Yeah, we can't get over the hump.
Man, you know,
Kodak is like a different.
Yeah, but Kodak is from Fort Lauderdale still, and then we claim them. No, the thing is that what you're saying, us in Miami, man, we've always had this issue. Like, truthfully, if you can make it out of here, you're gone. Because Miami, because it is a melting pot of so many different cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to Atlanta, there's an Atlanta culture.
Yeah.
If you go to Tennessee, there's a Tennessee culture. Kentucky, LA,
yeah,
New
we
York.
don't got no identity.
Over here, you come through the Jamaicans over here, you got Haitians over there, they got Cubans over here. There's, you know, so it's just so many different. So there's not room for like a certain amount of real culture for real, because everybody at the end of the day got their own vibe, got their own pocket. But even still, past the culture, even the music business culture doesn't exist here. Think about what I'm saying to you in a nutshell. If you go to LA or Atlanta, let's say Atlanta is the closest to us, right? You got Jermaine Dupri, them, he had So Def.
Atlantic
LA
Records.
Reid had LaFace,
Yes.
and all of those guys.
Miami has none of that.
They had those kind of, but it's not just that. The labels understood, like the small independent, but then you had the streets, the clubs. Atlanta got at least about, on any given night, there's like 5 to 8 clubs, bro. I'm talking about any given night. On a Friday night, where you at? Nude, I went to Atlanta a couple of months ago. I spent 2 days over there. On a Friday night, I came there. What was I doing in Atlanta? I forgot what I was working on. On a Friday night, I finished early, like around 10. Bro, I went to about 6 clubs. Yo, I'm serious. I went to literally about 6 clubs with Bankhead. Like, yo, Fentz, where you at, bro? Yeah, I'm in your city. Oh, come through. Went to Bankhead. I'm at Bankhead's club. Somebody else. Yo, what you doing? I'm over here. Oh, come through. So come send me an Uber.
It's different.
I'm at this club. And the vibe, different niggas send me Uber like 6 times. Yo, we can send you Uber, man, pull up. All right, we coming to pick you up. I went to 6 clubs in one night. So because you have the spots where you can play your music, you have the platform to break your records a lot more easier. Well, we don't have that here.
That's true.
Tell me when are you gonna go beside the strip club? I'm talking about a real club.
I was gonna say the only place is the strip club.
Then there is your issue right there. We don't have a real industry.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it takes longer to break a record. You got to do a lot more. Thank God though, right now the internet is taking a lot of that stuff away. People are records are breaking more so on online, TikTok and social media
platforms,
than you being in the club begging the DJ, yo man, I got a dub for you, I got 50 for you, a 50 piece. So now even those DJs now they're hurting too because truthfully, for artists who got who understand internet savvy and stuff
they
like that,
don't even need to go to the DJ
break their
and ask them
records. So that now takes the power out of the DJ's hands a little bit. But Miami, we don't really have an industry like that, man. Like even when you start popping off a little bit, you got to do so much to get a couple of little, spins on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, thank God for Khaled. Like on a 9 o'clock drive, 9 o'clock, whatever they used to call it back then, a Friday night, man. Dude, we bring my record back like 10 times. I remember one time we thugging back so many times. We thugging, mother. Like it was like, damn, how much you paying, Khaled, fam? Like, dude, homie but he did support me early on. I gotta give it to Khaled. I would always respect homie. He gave us he gave it to us, man. He really, really show love.
Yeah.
I will never forget that. So Khaled, real talk, appreciate you, homie. So
and right now, I see you switched it up now. Now you just like basically now mess with the studios now. Like you got Midtown.
Yeah,
so you got audio.
All right, so let me tell you what it is. See, I said I was going to talk to you about the bad aspect of this. So, this music sometimes, man, could hold mental, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, really, really, because sometimes Jay-Z said it best. He said it a long time ago, and it stands true. This is a thankless job. It is. If you break an artist, really. They was hot anyway. This shit was gonna be the shit anyway, so you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
If you don't break an artist and you don't know what you're doing. See, this is whack. You don't know what you're doing. So no matter what, you can win for losing. It's a thankless job. So in 2012, after the whole Ball Greezy happened, JR thing happened, Southern Boy happened, like it was just, and then, the whole grind mode had happened a couple of years prior to that. And I'm like, man, I'm tired, man. I've made so much money in this game that I should be living like an amazing life with my family. And I'm not. Why? I make 50 grand today. I might bring 1,500 to my crib. Maybe 2. Because 48 is going right back. Right back. And I make no apologies for it. Thank God I have a very amazing wife who always understood and stood by my side. Like I spend the whole everything. You know what I'm saying? I make 100 grand right here on something. I may bring about maybe 5 to the crib, 10 at best. Everything else is going right back out. And I did that for years without, you test, and you fail. You test, and you fail. You know what I'm saying? It's like Michael Jordan, man. You have to fail so many times. He played 15 years.
Yeah.
He won only 6 championships. He didn't win all 15.
He lost his first.
He lost 9 years. He lost, but the 6 that he made of those was memorable.
Yeah. Counted.
So I tried to always try to find. I failed, no problem. I'm gonna get up and fight again. But you got to have the people with you that with the same mindset that's willing to fight with and for you. But when other people, though, what happens is you start building an artist who was not doing much, but then other people come in their ears and like, yo, man, I don't know, man, I don't think he should. And it happens to the best of us. Like, look what happened with Megan Thee Stallion just now, like with her CO dude.
Yeah, the baseball player.
Yeah, so they had their little understanding before she wasn't nothing. She wasn't nothing.
Yep.
But all of a sudden she becomes something. She making 100, 150 racks a show. Then that's when everybody want to come like, damn, he getting what? Yeah. Man, all of a sudden, and I tell people that's human nature. It happens. That's why I don't like to do deals that's not sustainable. Be like, nah, you should do a straight up that. I'm like, nah, it's not sustainable. Because it's good for today, but then 6 months down the line, it's no longer good. Now you're Like it's almost like straight up. Like if right now, if we go to the, what you call it, we're gonna go play to the corner store. Let's go play the lotto. It's $300 million Powerball, right? If I take $1.50 from you and I take $1.50 from me, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna go play. But you could be like, hey, Fentz, I don't got the what you call it, but if we win, I give you half. Yeah. That's easy to say. Until we actually we won 300 mil.
You ain't getting
Now you might look at it, damn.
You piece of shit.
I could get you by. I'll give you about.
Just talking.
I'll give you about 20 pieces, but I'll give you a 20. Well, you're not looking at 150 to give a just off $1.50. You understand? That's how it is. You can make all kind of deals when there's no money involved.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Oh, 50-50, nigga. Yeah, let's go. You ain't making out $1 a show. Let them get a record. Now you had 150, 200 racks a show, and I gotta get 100.
Fans, I gotta probably give you 5 bands.
Like, I'm gonna say 5 bands, but I'm sure, hey man, dawg, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Man, take a quick 30 piece, dawg, 40 piece.
Might get rid of you,
and that's how it is. And then they might, because then it's cheaper to pay someone.
Nothing else. You want 30, nigga, 40? You do it for 5.
I'll pay this like 5 racks every show to come work for me. Now he work for me as my day manager. You do this, you do this, you do that, handle all my dailies and my business. I'm gonna pay you 5. I gotta get this 100.
Scratching his head.
Yep.
So you see, and that's what happens every time. But I tell it's like, look, we need to stop doing that.
Nah.
Because everybody forget the humble beginnings.
It ain't never gonna stop, man.
When you and I both were, I say, like the way the industry work nowadays, it is true. Back in the days, it was archaic. We used to, like labels, I ain't gonna say we, but labels, it was an abusive deal. It was a slave.
Yeah.
But nowadays, changed so much, 180. It's all about the artist. Well, you see a Ted, he may own Rick Ross and had him for all those albums, whatever, but he might make about $300,000 for the year. Rick Ross might make $10 million. But I'm the CEO.
I got a question to ask you.
Why would I want to be a CEO?
I got a question to ask you.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got a question to ask you. Sorry to cut you off, but I gotta ask you because it be in my head. So you were, right? Me and my homeboy be talking too. Me and Merk. So I was saying, right, if I sign an artist, right, and say I sign an artist to like a 5-year deal, and say I probably put up like a half a ticket or $1 million.
Yeah.
But the artist blew. I done made about $10-15 million off the artist. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it becomes a time now when the artist do want to go on his own. He fulfilled his contract. Do you feel like if the artist wants to leave, like he's wrong?
I wouldn't say that. Look, if somebody fulfilled their contract, contractual agreement, they have the right. It's almost like when you first get signed to any deal, it's like you in a rookie contract. Even in sports. Dwayne Wade, he gets signed to Miami Heat, right? They might be making like, maybe $500, $1 million a year in his rookie contract. But that's for them to see if you got the goods or not. So you sign for 3 years, your first 3 years, you make $1 million. But after those 3 years though, 2006, you win in the championship, balling on Dallas, dunking on niggas. Oh, this dude is the real one. He's the next coming up MJ. Now your next contract is you renew your now you getting the max.
No, but
whatever the max
I was
is.
saying like, for instance, like, you know what I mean? You sign me right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so if I sign you right now.
And I took and you put up a half a ticket.
Yeah.
And I took off in 5 years.
Yeah.
And in the 5 years, that million you done made, I done made you 20 mil.
Okay.
I'm up. I'm SB, the biggest rap walking.
Right.
Like when you go, you gotta go. I want to go on my own fence. I think it's time for me to go fence, man.
Listen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that per se. But the only thing I would say to you is like a lot of the artists coming in the game looking for the exit sign already.
Oh no, I'm just talking about Well,
so
I understand.
a lot of these artists are already looking at, man. Once I do this, and I'm already looking for the.
I feel like fence. If I sign somebody, right?
Yeah.
And I put up a half a ticket of M, and in 5 years I made 20 M's off this person. I'm good. I don't need to make no more money off my homeboy.
No, but it's not making off your homeboy. See, I don't want you to think like that, bro. I really don't want you to think like that.
And that's why I said something different. Because I said, bruh,
Why did you say something different?
If I came from and you helped me out and a nigga done made all this money, and I done made you rich too. I don't got no problem with you getting a little piece off of me
Here's how you
until a nigga always.
Here's how you gotta look at it, right? Like
For the rest of your
there's
life,
no
you just made 20 M's, nigga.
there's no lifestyle contract. Listen, there's a lifetime contract, I should say. But
that's basically what
I know, but here's, that's
Nah, it ain't.
no, but that's
Contract is the brotherhood.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But there's no such thing because money comes in.
You got
every
20
time.
M's, brother. You got to go make some other business plans.
I know, but why? But wait. But you're right.
Go make some other business plans.
Okay, he made
bro.
20 M's. How much you made?
I'm up 50. So what? It don't matter.
Okay, so you made 50 M's.
Yeah.
Right? And he made 20 M's.
Yeah.
All right. So what you're saying is that the value really is, that's what I mean why it's a thankless job. So he's no longer good enough for you.
Nah, it ain't.
You got 50 M's.
It ain't about that right there. It ain't about that right there. We had
an agreement, understanding. And he fulfilled that agreement.
I did my agreement.
Right.
Yeah, it's time for me to go now, bro. You shouldn't be in your feelings.
No, I agree with you.
I'm my own boss right now.
Contractually, dog, he should not be in his feelings.
No, at all.
Contractually.
And if he in his feelings, he ain't your dog for real.
Yeah,
No,
facts.
no, but not.
Money then, cause guess what?
Yeah.
I done made you a millionaire big time. What more? This shit, money should, we shouldn't be talking about money. You should have some new deals right now.
Yeah.
Hey, SB. Man, I got $1 million right now, man. Let's go make some clothes. Let's go 50-50 on some clothes. But don't want to still make money off of my music, off of my, no, bro.
You know what you're saying?
I want to be my own boss. I don't want nobody else eating off me right now.
Everything you say right now, you know who's living it? You know whose story you're telling right now?
Whose?
You actually telling somebody's story without noticing it. It's Jay-Z and Dame Dash.
Yeah.
You understand?
And that's why.
But how could you expect Dame Dash not to feel some kind of way? And I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say who's wrong and who's right. But think about what I'm saying.
It's not the same.
How's it not the same?
It's not the same.
I made you some M's, Jane. Dame, you made 200 mil.
Nah, it ain't about that though. It ain't
You
about
made
that.
200.
It ain't about that right there though.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
What is it about?
We had a business deal.
Yeah.
I ain't come and snake you out of no deal and talking about, yo, you know what, bro? I'm finna sell this right here. I'm finna sell this right here, and I'm done with everything right here. And then one time we split. I go back for
let me
everything.
get that right.
I go back for everything. Nah, it wasn't about that right there. He ain't keeping 100.
Okay. I mean, you could look at it like that.
That's what it was right there. He still had contract. They were still in business. The man there was still money there that he bought the man out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he was able to,
finagle
the
himself.
situation and work it out that way.
So
But
it wasn't the same as me signing to Fentz and Fentz signed me for 500 bands. And goddamn, Fentz, I done made you about 25 M's, Fentz, in the last 5 years. Fentz, I want to be my own boss. I don't want nobody more in my pockets no more, brother. You made your money. I'm good. I don't want nobody else.
Nah, listen, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that
there's nothing
whatsoever.
wrong with that.
But if you had to ask me,
Yeah.
what you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
I would rather live the other side. Now, there's another aspect of it that y'all don't know about. Maybe you do. Shakim Compare and Queen Latifah. Research those two people.
I am, but I want you to teach me why we're at it.
Shakim Compare. Shout out to Shakim, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I will forever be grateful. He the one that took my hand, you know what I'm saying, with Bloodline and walked me through all the movies, companies, from Paramount Pictures to 20th Century Fox, and helped me, get a few meetings and really rub shoulders and shake hands with a couple of people that I would never in my life, be able to meet with. So Sha, I will always appreciate you. But nonetheless, though, that gentleman there, him and Queen Latifah started way back in the days, right? If y'all remember Flavor Unit with,
I
and they had,
remember saying
they are Naughty by Nature and all of them, whatever. Those are two people that stay true to each other. Well, it's not even about the money no more. Shakim worth whatever amount of M's, and Queen Latifah is worth, what she is. Yeah. But guess what, though? Every business transaction, for the most part, he's involved.
Yeah.
And that's how you keep.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about. That's how when we meet.
Now wait. I have to say this to you because she could literally say right now, man, yo, I made your M's. I'm straight. It's time for me to whatever.
And there's no problem with that.
She understands the bigger picture. I have a great partner and business, person in my corner.
Give offense.
I could be the artist. I could be a business person. I could do the movies. She's doing the Equalizer right now. Y'all see the Equalizer show. He's still behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Talking and arranging her business. It's sometimes you have to trust somebody. And so if you're asking me, if I had a Jay-Z and Dash situation or have a Shakim and Latifah, I would choose that every single day. Where we beyond money now, where it's like we're building legacies for our futures and our children's and our children's children.
Yeah, but you can still,
you know what I'm saying?
We can still build it together.
Now it becomes hard to build together when a breakup happens in a certain way light that you.
It ain't gotta be a breakup. You looking at it as a breakup because why you not making no more money off of me no more? That's why it's a breakup to you.
That's why.
Yeah, we got way more business to do, bro. We got some more stuff to go. Let's go build some headphones.
I know, but listen, what I just told you, they've done how many movies together? How many shows, TV shows now?
But that's different though.
Together?
That's different though. And I wouldn't consider that loyalty.
Not even music. It's everything.
I wouldn't consider that loyalty.
What is it? What do you call it?
Shakim does a good business. Does a great business that she feel like, yo, I want to work with him. It ain't about loyalty or not, because I don't feel like if I don't want to do business with you no more like that, I'm not loyal.
No, she could have gotten any bigger agencies now, man. Big agencies in New York.
But first, what I'm asking,
Latifah.
What I'm asking no offense is because you're trying to say that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you making. I don't want in that aspect right there. I don't want you eating off me no more. That right there is. I'm not loyal.
Nah, but it's the way you present it. By you saying, I don't want you eating off of me anymore.
Yeah, not off my music. No. I want to be my own boss. Like how Prince wanted to be his own boss. I want to be my own boss. I want no more middleman.
But guess what though?
I'm gonna get rid of everybody.
But even Prince himself, like Jennifer Lopez, she been with this guy named Benny Medina since he was Fly Girls dancing on in Living Color. Mm-hmm. He's still there.
I know, but
every everything that she does, you see co-executive produced by Benny Medina. Like he's still there. It's those kind of things I'm trying to tell you something, man. Like me, honestly, if I had it my way, I would be those kind of people because that's what I look for. Where I could really, you don't have to have like a million of talent. Just one or two people that ride with you, you ride for them, and let's go get the bags. Because I don't produce.
As an artist, man.
I don't rap. I don't rap.
Artists a rough job, man. Artists a rough job, man. Artists do a lot of work, man. Artists go to a lot, man.
Very true. Artists go.
When an artist fall flat on his face, man, he fall flat on his face by himself.
Let me tell you why. You say artist is a hard job, right? All of it is a hard job, but the artist, yes, they got to work somewhat harder because they know what I got to do: the show, the rehearsal, the this, the that, the in the booth recording, all that type of stuff. Facts. But that's why the percentages are so different. You got to understand, like, you're gonna take somebody that you rap, sing, dance, whatever, you're the talent, right? But that's like less than half of the thing. Mm-hmm. The person, one, you need, it could either be one person or two. You can have one person that have the money to finance and another person that got the resources. Like and Q, and Coach
K, yeah.
You understand that? Yeah. Sometimes it might just take the one person that got everything, I got the money and the resources and the know-how. But sometimes it might be, yo, he got the know-how because he been doing this. I got the resources. Let's go. Right?
Yeah.
So
you brought a good example.
But here's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Here's how I look at it. I look at everything, and artists is like a pair of sunglasses. Stop putting so much value on being an artist, right? You put so much value on being an artist, but then you don't put enough value on the other two parts that cook this meal. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, that's why I'm saying artists come in and already looking to get out. Because look, we about to do this thing right here, to make us a couple of dollars, whether it's $10, 10 million, $100 million, right? We about to do this. Pair of shades. All right. You know how to make the shades, right? Mm-hmm. You don't have no money to do it, but you know God's gift ability to fuck these nice, beautiful shades, right? Mm-hmm. I know some factories and connections to where to get them done.
Manufacturer, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But I don't have the money either. He has the money. But sometimes I'm the guy that has the factory, that has the resources, that know the people, because I've been busting my ass for years to learn and build relationships, and then I bring your ass on, let's go make these shades. Mm-hmm. Right? As soon as you sell your first couple of shades, I go spend all my bread, all my resources, call all my favors. Because early on, when your got shit, I got to call favors. I got to beg. plead. There were times, man, some of these A&Rs, man, I used to basically just like, yo, if you with me, buy a beat. I used to damn near, like,
but
if you with me, it's not even Guerrilla Tech. If you with me, buy a beat. Man, I ain't the worst on y'all catalog. You could, I don't care if it don't make that single. Put me on the goddamn last song on the album. Buy something. You know what I'm saying? And you do a lot of begging, pleading, and all kind of, deals behind the table, behind the scenes, just to get somewhere. And then we finally get somewhere.
You fulfilled.
We finally get somewhere.
You benefited. You got your fruits of your
I
labor.
know, you're right.
You got your fruits of your labor.
I'm 100% with you. I'm not saying you don't. But sometimes this is the same exactly. You see this conversation we're having right here is 100. This is why in 2012 I quit. That's why. Because I was like, you know what? I'm done with it. Let me just go into gold, diamonds. I went to Africa for a month. Because I'm like, let me just go into commodities because I spend so much money. Think about this, man. This not guaranteed. You take an artist and they busting their ass, you busting your ass, months, weeks, years, and it doesn't work. But God comes upon one time and say, my sons, I see y'all. Here you go. Here's a blessing. And the shit finally takes off. And then, an artist come with I fulfill my obligation. He did what we had to do. Listen, there's some truth to that where contracts are contracts. That's why they call contracts. You sign and agree to something. And you could say, okay, I fulfill it to the letter of the law, man. Hey, I was here for 4 years. I gave you 4 albums and I'm done. That's cool.
We in the green.
That's cool. You know who you do that to? Let me tell you who that to. Let me tell you who that to. You do that to though.
Yeah.
That's why it's so personal. Just to be like, yo, Fentz, why you take this so personal?
No, it is personal.
No, let me tell you why it's personal for me. When I'm looking at my son, when I'm looking at my daughters, besides the fact that I lost money, I lost a lot of money. I lost time.
You lost time, yeah.
My daughter right now, man, is 27 years old. 27. My firstborn. Fresh out of high school. Right? My relationship with her is not the best. Why? Because I was a weekend dad. Even when because her mom was not together, so I get on weekends. And when I get on weekends, I drop her to my girl because I'm going back to the studio. She never saw me. So me and my daughter, I missed out so much time that I promised my son now, who's 6 years old, my little man, I'm like, I won't do that to him. And then artists have the nerve to be like, why you take this so personal? Niggas ain't personal, nigga. This business. Nah, bro. It is personal. Where's business is Jimmy Iovine, Craig Kalman that's sitting on the 50th floor of their buildings writing a check. They don't know you. They don't give a about you. You're a number to them. You might as well be a inmate in prison with a number. That's all you are to them. So they write a check. How much we giving this motherfucker? What, $500,000? How much we gonna make back from it? Okay, $8 million? Good. No problem. We see who meet our bottom line. Let's go. To them, that's who you. I fulfill my contracts and I'm done. But who's in the trenches with you for years, eating mud, doing a bunch of shit, sleeping in one room because y'all don't have enough money to buy eating one burger, cutting this in half.
That's different. But you know
and
what I
then
mean?
all of a sudden now,
a nigga that signed you. You signed a contract, man.
Yeah, but
you met me right now on the street right now.
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you, a lot of times though, when we meet like this, I'm struggling trying to get by. You struggling trying to get by. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Jimmy Iovine, if he loses, I'm sorry to just be naming Jimmy Iovine. I'm just giving an example. But if a motherfucker lose $1 million right now in an artist, it's a tax write-off. Good, we can write that shit off. If I lose $100 off of you right now, god damn, I had to buy diapers to the crib. It's different.
So you want to eat for life?
No, I'm saying to you, not that I want to eat for life, but I want to understand the psyche of a manager or a CEO who's trying to be a CEO, who just got a couple of dollars, he's hustling, making his little money. And I'm like, man, like I said,
that nigga wants to eat for life.
Bro, the kind of life that I should be living with my family, dog. If I tell you the amount of money that God has put into these hands that I've taken right back out, it's a shame. And I'm surprised I got a good woman, because truthfully, any woman would have been like, man, niggas, this is crazy. Taking me like all the way down the rabbit hole with him. I'm out. Like, cause it seems like it's, nigga, what we doing?
We just trying shit.
So we just be trying shit, bro. And then here's the worst.
True.
You try this and that don't work. You try this and that don't work.
I agree with you.
You do this, that don't work. Now you
time-
come back with a fourth joint again, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I stuck with you. Look, man, I've been with my wife for 22 years, bro. And it's like, she's seen it all. And she's seen a lot of not working, then working.
Yeah.
And she's still like, baby, you sure this time? Yeah, babe, just this one more time. Just this one last time. I promise you, we're gonna. I promise you, this is it. I believe in this one. She's like, you said that last time.
And this nigga,
with the same type of conviction, you believed in that one too. But sometimes though, you could believe in as much as you want to, but circumstances make things fly or don't fly. Because now you count on people's taste. You count on people's desire to be like, oh, this is good. Oh, this is hot. Oh man. But how many of y'all know damn well? Some things you heard 3 months ago, you're like, what the f? That shit whack as f. And then 3 months later, it's like one of your favorite songs.
That should have hit.
It happened all the time. Whether they drill it in your head a lot, or maybe you had an experience with it, you went to a club, you see my island and it sucked your soul. All those type of conditions happen. So you never know what it is. Every song has this audience, you just gotta find it.
You know, you said some real shit. You know what song I was hating on as a jit when I first heard it? Laffy Taffy. And I can swear, like a couple of weeks later, nigga, I was singing that shit. Laffy Taffy.
I think we all felt Laffy Taffy for a minute, though. I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was like, what is this corny ass shit these niggas on? And then it just sucked your soul, dog. Like that beat was just infectious. Yeah, it was infectious. So again, those things happen. But nonetheless, to say though, man, it's that conversation. I swear to you, 2012, I stopped. I'm like, I'm not this no more. I need to find another something that whatever. That's why even now.
You're hesitant?
No, it's not that I'm hesitant because I'm happy now. Because the industry right now, entertainment industry is like the oil market. I mean, the oil or the stock market. It has so much money. You know, they found a way to monetize it, and there's so much money available if you get the right situation. You know what I'm saying? You could become from nothing yesterday to a multi-millionaire like in 3 months. This is the only industry really one of those that it can happen unless it's Bitcoin or one of them shits. You know what I'm saying? So
is your still your main goal right now to get a major deal or nah, that no more like?
Okay, so for me right now, my focus is, so I bought, me and my partners Sean and Johnny Mars, we bought Audio Vision Studios from the Albert Brothers, legendary studio in North Miami. Had a lot of big artists, come through there. They used to have Casey and the Sunshine Band was signed there. Betty Wright was signed there. I mean, all these artists, big legendary Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle, like R. Kelly, all of them used to come through there. So we bought into a big legacy studio, and now I'm remodeling it. And the reason why, two things. One, the studio don't talk back. You know what I'm saying? We're not arguing about nothing. I fix it. And the artists come through, they pay me my money and they go about their thing. We create records, we give great service. I believe in giving great service when people walk through the facility. I want them to really have a great experience. So I'm big on that. And, you don't talk back. And then it's an investment, you know what I mean? So I wanted to do that, something that could still allow me to be around music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we having a studio, you get to see a lot of the new artists first. Yeah, like Jack Boy and those guys when it was popping off a few years ago, he was at my studio every day. You know what I'm saying? Before he took off and got signed to Empire and that whatever, and he was at our studio a lot. So I get a chance to see all these artists early. Like Spot 'em Got 'em. Him and his crew, they were at my studio from Wednesday to freaking Sunday. Every day, like for like 4 months until that record took off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed to be in position to see a lot of the new acts and some of the ones that's big and out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like a couple of months ago, maybe a month and a half ago, they at A&R booked Travis Scott at my studio. You know what I'm saying? So I get a chance to see some of the big artists and I get a chance to see some of the new upcoming. So it still allowed me to be in the music, but I don't have to be all in it and I don't have to fight for it. I don't have to be trying to get a DJ to beg somebody, and it's just what it is. But I love the music. I love to see somebody starting off and they pop off and like, damn, I remember when they first did this record. I love that stuff. But my thing is, my dream though, man, is I remember a few years ago, I watched Outkast. They won Artist of the Year, I think the Grammys. And I remember Dre came on stage and he said,
got something to say.
No, that's way before. That's when they won Album of the Year. No, that was the Source. Yeah. There was the Grammys, and he pointed out on Andre Reed, and he was like, man, you know, you guys took a chance on us when we was like 17, 18, and we were nobodies, but y'all believed in us. And if it wasn't for y'all, so those kind of things, that's what I look for. I still dream to have that artist to say, hey, man,
I did that.
We did that. You know what I'm saying? So like I went to the Grammys last year and I saw, and just, I went there really, I haven't been there in a while, and I wanted to be a part of the Academy again. I wanted to be around my peers, like the people, they had to get the feeling, the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's just to watch all those incredible artists performing, and I'm like, man, this is where I belong. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is where I belong, you know, and I just want to try to do it one more time. And really learn from all the mistakes that I made, and prayerfully, and all I ask God is to give us the right opportunity to do it once for not just for myself, but for Miami too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate when they talk about Miami, they talk about hip hop, they never really include us. Truly. When they talk about the hip hop music, they talk about artists in the industry. Like I was watching this documentary the other day, how hip hop started and transformed the industry in the US, the music and the scene and stuff like that. But you see all of a sudden they go to the West Coast, they even go as far as down to Atlanta, but it's almost like Miami never had nothing to say with that. And that's how I feel like Andre felt all those years ago. Like the South got something to say. Like I feel like Miami got something to say too. Look, we've had our own industry here too. I almost feel like perhaps we should just celebrate just us sometimes, from the JT Money to the Home Team to the Uncle Luke's to from all those people who paved the way for us to be here today. And I feel truthfully, we don't celebrate those people enough. No. Because in Atlanta, those people from Jermaine Dupri are still JD right now.
Yes, he is.
You know what I'm saying? Those people are still, even Scrappy, he had his moment in the A, but he's still living off, he's Scrappy, and when he come through, oh man, that's Scrappy, you know what I'm saying? Like he's respected for what he's done, even for a small amount of time that it was. You know what I'm saying? And it should be the same thing here too. Like we have so many artists who put in and put down for years, whether it was bass music or hip hop music or whatever their form of music that we did, it still meant something. But maybe we need to celebrate us a little more.
Man, Luke changed the game, man.
Luke, man, Luke. Boys hit the White House, boy.
Yeah, Fentz, man. Thank you so much, man. It's a great interview. Talked about a lot, man.
Yo, my man. I know I could ramble a lot. I apologize.
You good.
You good, man. We had a good show, man. We talked about everything, man.
There's a lot. You know, right now, let me just shameless plug. I'm working on Bloodline 2 finally. I got my rights back from Universal, and I'm finally putting it together, almost done with the script, hopefully to start shooting this summer. And then, I'm looking to do a nice grand opening at Audio Vision, prayerfully around, late July. So I would like prayerfully to get the whole industry down in Miami to really celebrate that moment with us. So we'll see. Oh, also Fanatic Distribution is my other company that I have with Sony Music Partnership. Yeah. So if any artist looking to distribute your music, on a very fair level, we want to definitely give you guys an option to come and get your record distributed worldwide. Like I said, it's a Sony division, and look forward to helping new artists in the industry coming up. So yeah, a little bit of everything.
Tell them about Audio Vision.
Audio Vision Studios. Like I said,
your Instagram.
It's Audio Vision Studios. Everything is Audio Vision Studios, man. Y'all can check us out online, social media, Instagram, Facebook, and website, Audio Vision Studios. Very simple. Check us out. You can book your sessions right there if you want to. You guys could take a tour. We got a virtual tour. I think we're probably one of the only studios in the world that have that opportunity. We just finished up the new website literally yesterday. So if you guys want to go right now, check out our virtual tour, check out, Audio Vision Studios and look all through. You could basically walk through the building, online. So this is a great feature. I implore all you guys to go take a look to see what we're doing. Yeah, I'm thankful, man.
And hold up, for the Bloodline, you doing any auditions?
So this Okay, so I've got some of the main artists already, or the main actors, I should say. I'm gonna get a couple of more just to fill in. I need a few fillers, but it's not a lot because the main actors, I wanted to be, two main faces that could drive the box. So that's already spoken for. And of course, we got the Southern boy that played Coke, and we got Mark that played Marcus. So they still there as far as two rivals and a couple of their team, each like playing the police and that's playing some of the hood guys and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be doing a small casting to get Miami involved, but not too heavy like I did last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Fentz, man. Thank you so much, man. Powerhouse Fentz, man. What you know about that? Top boss in Miami, baby. On the way.
I appreciate you guys for having me today, man. It was a pleasure. Again,
Appreciate
thank you,
coming through, man.
Prayerfully, you guys are coming back again once
for sure,
I'm doing the premiere for Bloodline too.
Oh, no, you good,
prayerfully,
man.
we'll definitely get back and talk about some more things.
All right.
Shout out to the homie Lotto though, man. You know what I'm saying? We still looking out for the next single, whatever that, you know what I'm saying? The world,
Boy, Lotto.
the streets are still waiting on it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's a little homie though, man. That's my man Lotto. Like always got love for it. So definitely gotta give him a shout out. Appreciate it, guys.
Hey,
So, man, you already know.
Round the Way podcast. That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
Later.